morning.
Thanks for coming. I'm Amber, but just call me. I'm fangya, but just call me Amber. I'm from Taiwan, and after this presentation, I will go back to Taiwan to be a professional, unemployed person. Today, I'm going to talk to you about indigenous people in Taiwan. I have divided my talk into 3 parts. In the first part, I will introduce the history of indigenous people. The second part, we will look at the top 3 indigenous people in Taiwan. And finally, we will discuss the problems and existing solutions about indigenous people at the present time and their existing solutions. The presentation will take about 10 minutes. If you have any question you would like to ask, please leave it until the end. I will be very happy to answer them.
Really? Okay.
Let's start by looking at the history of indigenous people. Indigenous people are those people who already lived in Taiwan before the 17th century. They are composed of around 10 kinds of different languages and lifestyles. There are only 16 races are admitted by the government at the present time. According to the government statistics, there are 560,000 indigenous people living in Taiwan. Well, I have told you about their history. Now I will move on to the top 3 indigenous groups in Taiwan. The top 3 I will present includes their culture, festival, and traditional food. Top 1, Amis. The population is 210,000. Special culture. The traditional society of Amis is matriarchal society. When a man marries a woman, he should live with the woman's family. Festival. Amis hold the Harvest Festival in the middle of July. The purpose of festival is to celebrate and to thank for the blessing from ancestors. In addition, it is also celebrated to pray for protection from bad luck. Traditional food. Dulen is made of 3 kinds of sticky rice. It is offered in reunions, ceremonies, or receiving guests. Petis is a kind of hot pot. Amis people put some meat, fish, butter in the container which is made by beltona leaves. Next, they heat the stone to a high temperature and put it into the hot pot. And then you can enjoy these traditional dishes. Top 2, Taiwan. The population is 101,000. Special culture. Taiwan has a very strict hierarchy, and it is divided into 4 classes: head, nobility, warrior, and plebeian. Hierarchy can be inherited. All properties and rights are taken over by the eldest child. Others simply leave home and establish their own family. Festival. The Maledic ritual is also called as the 5-year worship, which is for inviting the spirits of their gods to come and bless them. From the narratives passed down by the elders of Taiwan, the gods taught the ancestors how to plan, how to hold the weddings, and funeral rituals. To show gratitude, the ancestors would burn melted stock at a designated time as a signal to invite the gods to come to receive their sacrifice. Traditional food. Cinnamon is usually offered In the festival, the leaf wraps up velvet, meat, and taro powder. Kimper is to make velvet sticky and add some herb. It is usually used as a wedding gift. Next, attire. The population is 90,000. Spatial culture. Attire is a fair society. Only the premium person with leadership can become the head of attire. If there is an important event, the head summons pretty and deal with it. The group is famous for facial tattoo, and it is represented the good ability and beauty. If the adult attire doesn't have the tattoo, the person is discriminated by another people. Festival. The purpose of Mahal is to inform ancestors about the living condition, promise that they will follow the rule and traditional culture, and wish for blessing and happiness. Traditional food. Bamboo rice. The bamboo is divided into two. Put the rice and some ingredients into the bamboo and steam them. Macao green onion chicken soup. Macao is a kind of special seasoning in the mountain. Attaya used Macao green onion, chicken, and other ingredients to suit the soup. And last but not least, let's talk about problems of indigenous people. There are three problems that they need to face in the society. The first one is the lack of cultural conservation. The second one is lack of education. And the third one is unemployment problem. However, these problems already have some solutions. The government of Taiwan provided laws and programs for them. First, Formosa Aboriginal Cultural Village was established in 1986 to help the indigenous people preserve their cultures by having exhibitions showing their lifestyle. It is quite successful because it has the largest group 9 out of 16 groups in total. The biggest challenge of this is the emergence of high technologies nowadays. Next, through static ballet film, the history and lives of these indigenous people are shown, and this film earned 1.3 billion pesos. But the production cost 1.1 billion pesos. So, let me show you a video. already has a TV channel for them. It is known as Taiwan Indigenous Television. You can watch programs about their life, foods, and any other cultures. Second, the government implemented in a law for these groups. In the law, they have the special qualification if they want to get a job. In terms of education, if they get their own language test certificate, they can add that score to the entrance test of school or university. Remember, even if we are living in a modern world with advanced technologies, we need to pay respect and honor to our indigenous group because they are the signs of how rich our culture is. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something.
Alright, thank you so much, Amber. That was such an informative presentation, right? We already know that there are some tribes or native people in Taiwan, even if Taiwan is quite developed country, right? So I hope you learned something from the presentation of Amber. Now let's proceed to the second presenter.